Hello and welcome to Reema's Garden. I am Reema Gopalan. This is part 2 in our series What's in Your Pot, and today we are going to talk about vermiculite. Vermiculite is not as famous as perlite, and perhaps you haven't heard about it, or maybe you have heard but you never thought of using it. So let's look into it. So what is vermiculite? So vermiculite is nothing but a hydrous phyllosilicate mineral, okay? And just like perlite, you remember we discussed in perlite? Yeah, it's the rock or the mineral that when processed and heated, it expands. It expands greatly and thereby ends up having a lot of properties which are very useful, which makes vermiculite very useful as a soil amendment, soil additive, or as a growing medium, which we will now be looking at. So what are the benefits or advantages of vermiculite? So now, one of the biggest advantage of vermiculite is that it's very light in weight. It helps with the aeration inside the pots, wherein it helps from stopping the soil from getting very compact. Although perlite is little better when it comes to aeration, nevertheless vermiculite also helps in some basic aeration inside the pot. Now coming to the biggest advantage as to why people prefer vermiculite over perlite is because of its water retention. It has a very good water retention capacity and it is pH neutral, okay? Either it is pH neutral or it is close to neutral in such a way that it doesn't affect the overall pH of the potting mix or the potting soil, okay? And also it is very good as an additive for the germination mixes, because when the seed is germinating, the soil needs to be wet continuously. There should be enough moisture in the soil. So vermiculite helps with that. So that is one of the reasons why you find vermiculite in great quantities, especially in the germination mixes. Now let's look at the common disadvantages or misconceptions about vermiculite. There aren't many disadvantages of vermiculite, but one of the major things that I found out it has minimum nutritional value, so it isn't good enough all by itself. It is a soil additive, okay? So you have to use it alongside other nutritional supplements or compost or other soil growing mediums, okay? And other than that, just like perlite, it is a non-renewable resource, so it's great if we can use it in limited quantities. Now, is it worth the time, money and the effort that you've spent in procuring vermiculite? Is it really that good? Let's do a cost benefit analysis. So overall, when it comes to cost benefit analysis, I am going to give a big thumbs up to vermiculite. It is worth the cost that you pay for it, and it is very easily available online, so you can purchase it very easily, not expensive at all, and it's great when it comes to water retention. It's just that I would say that since it's not a renewable resource, if we can use it in limited quantities, that would be a great thing. It is not organic as such, which also plays to its advantage of the fact that it won't rot and all, so that's good, but also it's a disadvantage. So I leave it up to you, and thank you so much.